It changed. Oh, look at this. You can see so much too. 0 stars received. Wow.
I know, they're slacking.
Well, now that you have to pay for them. But anyways, so welcome everybody to Time Warp Tuesday with, and look who's back.
I'm back.
Yes, she is. So hopefully people will be jumping on soon because I want to take this hat off because I'm so hot.
But he just needed you guys to just see it.
I did.
All its glory.
So I'm going to be talking to you about gift packaging, and I didn't even grab my paper off the desk.
Go grab it.
Okay, say hi to them because we've got 2 up, 2 people on.
Hello, everybody.
Tell them I'll be right back.
He'll be right back. He just went to go grab his notes for tonight. So, yeah, I'm really excited for the show tonight. I learned a lot. Jason taught me a lot today. And it's super useful information if you're like me and you only know how to do basic gift wrapping. This is going to take it like 10-fold up for sure. Yay.
Hello, everybody. I don't know who's on. Hi, Mom. So with the new, this is a new format, as you can see. Make sure, can you guys see us okay? Did it show up on your phone?
And it looks great.
It looks great? Okay, good. So we're trying a new format on here. So as you can see, we are wider. And yes, I am wider. Oh, that's perfect. I love it. And there's stars now. So this whole star thing, I have no idea what's going on with that. So give us some stars if you have them.
Yes.
Steve just jumped on.
Hey, Steve.
So, the table's not there yet. We got to go back further. So it's sideways. So it's wider. So that way we're doing it. The tables are behind us.
This is all the good stuff.
So we're going to talk about gift packaging. And thank you for all the hearts, whoever's doing that, because I got to take this hat off. And you know what I figured out? This hat does do something, right? But I think it needs a battery because...
You're so close. Right here.
Hey, it's working. It didn't work.
It's doing it for the live. It was not working before, but now that we're live, it wants to dance and sing.
Okay, so I had to take it off because it's hot in here. So gift packaging, and those of you who know me know that when I do like floral arrangements, gift packaging, and stuff like that, I kind of go over the top. So we've had several years where we've done bow making classes, and we will continue to do that starting next year again on bow making classes. But I'm going to make a bow today, and maybe she'll make a bow.
Yes.
I only showed her once how to make one.
But it seems pretty easy enough.
Yes. But what we're going to talk about is what you can do to embellish your gifts when you're wrapping gifts, right? But let me tell you a little history first. Here it is. So one of the things that I thought was interesting is wrapping a gift for somebody has been around since 3000 BC.
Really?
Yeah. Because they used to wrap gifts in...
Animal skin?
No, in palms.
Oh, okay. That
in
makes
palms,
sense.
and then wrapping them with a twine that they made out of something, and they would hand it off. So right from the start of human civilization, we wanted to give gifts to each other.
Which is so cute.
And we wanted to make sure that you were surprised when you got them. So they wrapped it up. But the wrapping paper that we know of today started in like 1917. In Kansas City.
Okay.
In Kansas City, of all places. There was a little location in Kansas City that when you bought something, they would wrap it in tissue paper. And just wrap it in tissue paper and hand it to you. Well, one day they ran out of tissue paper.
And they said, what else can we use?
So they used higher grade fancy paper that they would line the inside of envelopes with.
Okay.
Which I thought was interesting, that you would hide the
of an inside of an envelope.
Yeah, you've seen envelopes that have this gold inside.
Yeah, but I never thought of anything of it.
Yeah, they line the inside of them. So the store decided, it ran out of the tissue paper, so it grabbed the high end, and what does this say? Oh, cool! I can't wait till you come too. Anyway, so when if you can see them better than I can on your phone.
Oh yeah, so if you.
So don't mind her looking at her phone. She's got, as people ask questions and make comments, will respond that way because it's hard for me to see what's written. But so he started using the fancy paper, right, in Kansas City, And it became so popular that starting the following year, he sold the fancy paper. Well, then it just blew up into every middle of everything. And in the first year, they made $16 million.
Just off wrapping
Just
paper?
off wrapping paper. And so, needless to say, they closed their store and they are a wrapping paper company now. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But I'm going to tell you, some of the first wrapping paper was newspaper.
Yep.
Who used to wrap their gifts in newspaper? A lot of people, right?
I do if I run out of paper.
Yeah, funnies were a big one. And then they wrap them in twine, which I'll tell you about twine in a minute. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of people wrap gifts in brown paper, right?
This is
So,
such a good idea, you guys.
Here's an idea for you. You got brown paper. You've got you and the kids and everybody have, grandparents that live out of state, right? They live in California, you live in Michigan. Something to that effect, maybe an aunt and uncle, somebody. So you're sending a gift to them. Wrap it in brown paper. And you're thinking to myself, why? Why would you wrap it in brown paper? Well, because if you wrap it in brown paper and you give the kids each a Christmas colored
pen or
marker and have them write stories or have them write like messages to grandma and grandpa or something on the paper, and then use a beautiful ribbon and some pieces to add to it, so when grandma receives it and opens the box,
she'll have a whole bunch of things to read
before she even opens the gift.
They would be so happy to see something like that. That is such a good idea.
Isn't that a cute idea? It. So you're saving on wrapping paper, right? Because you're going to use shipping paper.
Yep.
You're going to make it a family event because you're going to have all the kids and everybody write messages to grandma or whoever it's going to.
Yep.
And then when they open it, could you imagine?
It's like 2 gifts in one.
It's fantastic. So that's one of the things, because, the paper was one of the first wrapping paper, the shipping paper, and then newspaper, of course. And one of the things when you're dealing with wrapping gifts for your birthday, for birthdays, and I know we're talking about Christmas, but for birthdays, here's an idea. You get a gift for somebody, how about hunt down the newspaper from the year they were born and wrap their gift in the newspaper from the year they were born? Because trust me, before they even open the gift, they're going to be reading it.
Yeah, there's who's this from that year? So
Yeah.
that's like 20-year-old newspaper.
And it takes that extra step, right? So, let me show you some of the things that I do. So, these are all gifts that Steve and I are sending to family members, right? And one of them is to a little boy. So, this is not something I did for the show. This is how I wrap my gifts.
A legitimate Christmas
Steve,
present.
you can chime in and say it is. But it's a little boy, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun anyways, but look what I did. So you do not have to be stuck within the 4 walls of wrapping a gift.
No, absolutely not.
No. So you wrap it. I just used the one ribbon from here. And then I grabbed a little Hot Wheel. Just, could you imagine if you had a little boy and this was under your tree?
And that's the
And it has
only
the
thing
little
they're
Hot
worried
Wheel?
about. They can only
I
imagine
know.
what's in the box.
What could
Makes
be in the
you
box,
the way
right?
on top.
So, yes, Steve, you did wrap it. I did all the garnishments. Steve did wrap. Wait, is this? Yes.
He's the
I
one
wrapped
gotta
your
get it in
sisters.
there.
So, Steve did do the wrapping, and I added the bow in the car. And as you see, there's a story here because there's Santa with the tree behind him. Oops, backwards. With the tree behind him, about to get into. I said Santa. That's Snowman. With the tree behind him, about to get into his Coca-Cola convertible and go speeding off, right? So that little mind is going crazy wondering what's in this box.
Literally.
Isn't that crazy? I left his name open. Oh well. So one of the other ones is a little girl that we're sending it to. And with something like that, what I did was, you look at your paper, right? Yes, we're open tomorrow. We will be open tomorrow 10 to 7. So you'll have to come in and take a look.
You'll have to.
Yep. So I used the paper this time because if you look at the paper is a stocking with a teddy bear in it, right? So this is for a little girl, right? So what you want to do is, you may have these laying around the house. You come into Time Warp and you pick up the little pieces because this stuff is not expensive. And when you wrap it, you're going to wrap it very similar. See, I put the little bear on it with the little ball because it matches the stocking.
So cute.
Isn't that cute? I love it. And a little dab of hot glue on there.
It won't hurt anything.
It won't hurt anything. But could you imagine this under the tree? the gift is got to be hit all senses,
Always.
with the exception
So
of
like you
taste,
can
unless it's
feel,
candy.
Belmore on
Yep.
top.
You've got the site with the wrapping paper, the 3-dimensional look, and I mean, this is going to just, these kids are going to go crazy.
Crazy, for sure.
Right.
For sure.
Yep. So there's something like that, and then even for adults, it's very important. This is to my sister,
Okay,
okay?
this one is my favorite.
And this is wrapped in vintage paper,
Love.
which I'm going to tell you, when you're wrapping in vintage paper is thinner.
I'll say it's like extra paper.
It's like hair thick, thin. But I used vintage ribbon that says Merry Christmas on it. And then I put a few little of the red flowers in the middle just to break up the green. So for a adult,
You can
this
still
is absolutely
incorporate
beautiful.
things like
But
that in the gift.
when you look at this, it looks like an expensive wrap job, right?
It looks like one of those ones that you see in a movie that are like faux gifts.
Right? Doesn't it? So you could make all your gifts look like this, and it doesn't have to cost you that much. Because all it is a little imagination and all the little tidbits you have left around
And all the love.
from decorating and all the love. So, we have all these little tiny things here that you could use. Like, what
literally.
types of things do you
Like,
have there?
this is just a empty container that you could easily pop on the top of a gift, put some candy in it. We have an old school light topper. We also have things like this. Like, this is just a little ceramic car, which dab a hot glue on the bottom of it. It'll be great to put on top of a Christmas gift.
Absolutely. This would be cute.
Yes.
So, one of the things, and as you see, my
Classic.
classic, this reminds me of that show.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, a little bit. So if you have somebody who's a big car lover, you could do something like that, or another little Hot Wheel, or Santa, or something like with the
So
little
cute.
mouse on there, just because it adds some height and decoration to it.
I love the paper you used
I
on
can't
this one.
see.
Oh,
People are asking questions. Now, if I don't get your questions answered right away, I'm sorry.
we do not have vintage snow globes unless
We do have two.
two.
Well, we sold 2 of them, but we do have a few. They're the little plastic ones. the
Oh,
vintage
okay,
ones.
gotcha.
Yeah, so the vintage snow globes, and one thing I learned, and I was last year's days old when I realized it, vintage snow globes are refillable.
Do they have like a plug on
They
the
have a
bottom?
little plug on the bottom.
No way.
So, this is this here, we do have a few, they're going fast, so you'll have to pop in. So, this here, right, is one of the bows that I made. And I make my bows from scratch. And I put it in with the vintage paper and a few of the red bulbs to break up the gold, right? But this is all, it looks like something,
Looks like a fake gift.
a fake gift, right? All your gifts can look like this under your tree. It just takes a little bit of creativity. And we all have creativity,
Absolutely.
so
You just can't get frustrated with the bow.
no, you can't. And so we have all sorts of little things, like these little Santas. These little Santas work perfect. Oh, I lost his shoe. Now
Yeah,
these,
shoe back.
I put a shoe back on him. So these little Santas are perfect because their arms have metal in them, so they will attach to stuff. As you can see, I'll put my finger in there, and it will hold on to it, right? And it holds on to it. So I hope the vintage Hallmark ornaments. What? I love the vintage Hallmark would be such a cute idea. Yes, on the yes, exactly. So if that's actually a great point. Who is that? Maddie, that's actually a great point. If you don't want to use newspaper that is for their year, Hallmark, vintage Hallmark, which only are, hugely collectible and started in 1973 because
Oh, wow, yeah, because
one of their birthday, as long as it's available, tying one of those into the ribbon on the package, perfect for the birthday.
or even something that is useful as well. Like this is a Christmas night light.
Yep.
That as soon as they're done opening gifts at that, they go ahead and use this beautiful night light.
So
It's older too.
yes, absolutely. And if you put a candy cane in, this is actually like a candle hugger.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so if you tie a candy cane on your package, these will fit right around the candy cane,
Cute.
and they have something to put in their tree. So not only are you giving them the gift, you're giving them something on top of the gift that they can hang on their tree. That they can play
Yep.
with, that they can bring out every year and think of you, especially if it's a food gift and it's gone after a while.
Exactly.
You know, so something like that. So you can come in, take a look. I have bows everywhere, all over here if you need some bows. I can also make you a bow.
I'll say it's a double whammy if you're looking for something for a gift and it already has a bow on it.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, you're good to go.
Yes. Now, let me make you a bow.
Yes.
Do you want me to make you a bow?
I'm
So I'm going to
excited
show you. I'm
for
going to make a bow. So a couple of, like I said, I've had bow making classes before, and oops, pulling that off. Okay, so all you need when you're making a bow, I gotta stand back this far, so you can you guys see? I'm running over my own things. I'm not used to it. So all you need when you're making a bow is pipe cleaner or wire,
You got scissors?
right? Yeah, probably under this mess somewhere. If not, can you get me a pair? Okay, so you need pipe cleaner, the ribbon, and if you're making bows for the first time, you guys, wire bows, because I'm going to tell you, and it made her laugh, was you can step in the frame, you can come stand next to me. And so, one of the things that,
Tap it.
no, David says move, can you guys see what I'm doing though? If I move closer, David, can you see what I'm doing? You know what, maybe if we pull it downward a little
Like
bit.
the height of
Yes. Thank you for saying that.
There you go.
Pull it this way. That way we can get a little bit
Now
closer.
you can see what's happening.
So now
Yep,
can you
boom.
see?
There you
Okay,
go.
that's better. I saw them on there, so. Okay, so pipe cleaner, the ribbon, a pair of scissors, and you're good to go. So what I'm gonna do is, what do I have enough of here? I gotta do one that I have enough of.
So
Okay.
probably that gold or the red one.
Yeah, I'll do the gold one. So you start out here, right? Thank you, David. You start out here and you want to roll it. Did you see that? Here, I'm going to stand up here. You want to roll it. So you're going to roll it and then hold it like so. And you want to use ribbon, wire ribbon, because I made bows 12 years ago and I still use them today.
Yep.
So you twist, you want to twist, pull it forward. I'm only going to do it quickly, then we're going to go back to talking. So now you have the two, then you're going to twist. So we had somebody join our bow show, right? And she went home and she made a ton of bows and put them all over her house.
What was her name?
Her name is Sharon.
Sharon.
She put them all over her house and then sent me a picture of all the bows all over her house.
That's
Isn't that
so cute.
hilarious? I love it. So threes, because I'm going to tell you, as a designer, your eye sees better in threes.
Yep.
That is why nothing is perfect in nature. So twist, twist, as you see the bow is starting. So we don't need to cut. And then you take the bottom part, bow, put it up under. See how my hands are squeezing it all together? Take your trusty dusty
Pipe cleaner.
pipe cleaner. And then you're going to slide it through where your thumb is, back, and then you're going to pull it down and twist. Twist it tightly. Now, I'm going to tell you, because I can only make so many at a time, because it will hurt your hands after a while.
And it's okay if you want to learn how to make this bow after the live is over. You'll be able to just come back and rewind it,
Yep.
and then you'll be able to walk yourself through it.
Yeah. So as you go through, you just move it around, right? So what happens when you pack up a bow? It gets smushed, right?
But it's okay
But guess what? You can turn it back into a regular bow.
because this is why you have to
See?
use the ribbon with the
Then-
wire ends.
Yep. Then you take it and you just do a little trimming here and there. Because of that. There.
There you go.
Okay, then you have your two bows, and it's good to go. And this can easily get put on anything. So, as you can see, it becomes the bow of the top of the gift.
We love that.
So it's so simple to do. It's so simple to do. And next year we'll be having actual in-store. One of the other things that's fun to do, before I get into more of this, is these, right? You can buy these at any store. You can get old vintage ones that are fun. And you can put anything inside of these.
Yeah, literally.
You can fill them full of glitter. glitters and these are star-shaped glitters.
And those are so cute.
Yep, or whatever. And then you attach this. If you want, if the person loves oddities, and we have some back there, you put little bugs in them.
Yep.
I love it.
Or muskrat hands.
Or muskrat hands, or whatever. And you have oddity ornaments.
Yep.
So it is possible to have fabulous things.
The ideas are limitless.
They are limited. I love that. So, like maybe somebody has a lot of, who likes, a lot of skincare.
Or self-care items.
Or self-care items, and you want to buy something vintage for them, and then you decide, oh, you know what? I want to put something skincare related.
Yeah.
So you get a hold of 586 Organics, and you tie this to the top of the gift. Because then what you do is they can pull this off and they have the lip
And
gloss.
they can use it.
And they have the gift inside, or maybe you buy a gift of maybe the hand soap or whatever, and you do this. Check them out, 586organics.com.
You're so cute.
So, it's hers. So there's all sorts of stuff you can do. So what I thought was cute is these little teddy bears. And we sell these little teddy bears, right? And what are you going to do with tiny teddy bears like this, right? So look, this is a gift for one of ours, and I put a little bed of greens and then the 3 little teddy bears. And it just adds to it.
This one's probably one of my favorites too. Not only is the wrapping paper beautiful, but look, there's a present on top of your present. Literally a present on top of your present.
And little tiny presents, like maybe it's for a little girl and it's a necklace or something, does not mean you can't put something on it, because just because it goes over the edges does not make it a bad thing. These are cute. And the little kids that get these, or the people that get this, even adults, they are going to marvel over what's on top before they open it. A little tidbit on something I learned when doing research for gifts and presents is tape. Scotch tape. Scotch tape was invented in 1930 by 3M, right? And but we were doing Christmas gifts before that.
Yep.
And Scotch tape did not become relevant to use until the mid-40s. So prior to the mid-40s, wrapping a gift was like origami.
Exactly. Those are the fun things people will remember.
Yes, they are. Those
Absolutely.
are taking the time to garnish the gift with something that represents their personality or
That
what
shows
they mean
itself.
to you. That shows that you listen to them and that you care about them.
Absolutely.
I think it's a great idea. Who was it? That was fantastic.
Sherry.
Thank you, Sherry. So, they used to wrap gifts pre-1940.
Well, thank you, Sherry. I just seen your super cute little message.
What? Oh, yes. And they used to have to do origami. They would have to fold it together. So Steve and I had this conversation with this lovely woman in her 80s, 90s maybe, who wrapped gifts at Hudson's.
Oh, wow.
Hudson's department store downtown here, kind of like Bloomingdale's or Marshall Fields for different places. She told us that they would have to hand fold those because they weren't allowed to use tape. So they would have to fold everything
And
together
tuck
and make
everything.
sure it stayed.
Yeah. Well, little kids are shaking it, trying to
That's
hear what's
crazy.
in it.
That's crazy to me. So, yeah, associating it with a memory is priceless. It is. It's priceless, and sometimes it's great giving gifts.
It is. I love giving gifts.
But I think it's more exciting as you get older to give gifts. But when you give a gift that has something that tells that person that not only you know what they like, but you listen to what they say, is paramount to anything you could get them.
Absolutely.
What are you and David doing for Christmas this year?
We're having a little Christmas party, which is going to be great.
Awesome.
We get to see a lot of our old friends we haven't seen in a long time. And then my favorite part is that instead of making our parents come to our house for their gifts, we go to their house. We get to hang out with them for a little bit and watch them open their gifts at their house.
Awesome.
And then they watch us open our gifts, and everybody just kind of hangs out.
See, that's what Christmas is all about. Not necessarily the gift itself, but just spending time and stuff. What are the other cool... What happened to this one?
Oh, I put it right here.
Oh. One of the other things you can add to a gift is a pair of sunglasses. And I know it seems silly, but when you take a look at a gift, right, and you put a pair of sunglasses in there, it adds whimsy,
I would say boom.
fun, and somebody who loves sunglasses will absolutely
love that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Plus, it's another gift for them. Can you set that over there?
Yeah.
Thank you. And then him too. So those gifts are actually personal gifts we're giving out, so I can't lose them. So, and then they made these holiday corsages that were very popular back in the day. And they were done very nicely, mostly kitschy, right? Very kitschy, which is fun. These are great for the tops of gifts. Actually, that's probably the only way you can choose them.
Choosing, yeah.
But these are great for as a decoration at the top of the gift.
Oh, absolutely.
So I love giving gifts or wrapping gifts. I don't mind giving them either or getting them, but I love wrapping gifts. And when you wrap a gift, make it fun because it's got to be fun for everybody.
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, so Jasmine's other half just stated that I know what I'm getting for Jasmine. So maybe he'll give us a hint. No, he's gone. He won't give us a hint.
Right, yeah, no.
You gotta wait, just like all of us.
I know.
So there's so much fun when and so much that we could talk about when it comes to Christmas gifts.
Yeah,
it's
no,
crazy.
seriously.
You know, there's all sorts of so kitschy Christmas. Look at this, kitschy Christmas, right? Isn't that fantastic? This would be perfect on top of oh. No, I know you didn't leave. I just
The comment went away. Yeah, the comment went away.
So, something like this sitting on top of a gift, and we get all of these types of things when
Little
we're
extra
doing.
pieces that fall off.
Yeah,
of
that
things.
fall
We have
off.
no
Like
idea where
if
it
you're
came
putting up a
from.
garland or something, and you get these little pieces that fall off. Don't throw them away. First of all, they are plastic. They won't degrade.
And a dab of hot glue will get you right.
Yes. So by throwing, the plastic pieces, little pieces away, not only are you clogging up our world, you could easily use this on the top of a gift, and it will add something fantastic. Use it as a Christmas tree, like I did.
They probably see me messing around with this super old vintage Christmas toy back here. I just have to show them this. You can even look at the bottom's flat. You can even stick this to a gift. Look at that. And then it closes back up and he hides in the tree. And he opens back up. We have so many of these laying around that you could easily put on top of the gift.
So
That's cute.
yeah, these are cute. These are just little tiny things like this, and we have them throughout the whole store. So please come in and take a look. Yes. So and kitschy is the best. I am such a kitschy person when it comes to Christmas. I love it. Oh look. Oh, that's not me. That is. So. But,
I love Sherry. Sherry, you got to come in and talk to us.
So she picked this. That would be ideal.
I
on
loved
top.
that, yes.
I mean, who doesn't love penguins? Look at this.
Look, he's on the sled already.
Yes, and this I think is a Hallmark. It is. This one's Hallmark 1981. So, somebody born in 1981.
This would be perfect for that.
This would be perfect if you had a friend that you were buying something for. 1981 and loved penguins. This is the year of their birthday.
Boom.
So so they would be 40 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm 50 something. So.
Which is crazy, right?
I know, it's always crazy. So I'm sorry if you see me looking, but I'm just reading as people type. So explore, come in, and take a look at all the little stuff. Talk to me. I can help you with stuff. Now this is something she did. So this is a shovel that we have, and I'm gonna pull this out. Okay?
Yes, please do.
So this is a shovel we had, and it had the bottom part, and it had the hole up here and up here, this side up here. So I know people who'd be like, "Oh, this is ruined. Just throw it out."
Yeah. No.
Don't throw it out. Don't throw it out. what she did, got a little piece here, stuck it right inside that hole, and honestly, you know, with a little bit more zhuzhing, you bring it back to life. So before you think about throwing something out, because I'm going to tell you this,
Sherry, when you come in, that shovel's gonna be right to your upper right when you come in. It's hanging.
the one that's up there. So this one, so a lot of people will toss it because they think that, okay, well, it's cheap and, you know, it's broken, so throw it out,
want to take
right?
2 seconds to try to fix it.
But you could turn this into something that goes down in your family.
Absolutely.
This has been alive, and I say alive loosely.
Alive.
This has been alive since the 1950s.
Long time.
Why are we going to throw it away? Because it has
A missing point.
a missing point setup. A lot of people have to realize if this stuff is as older than us or our parents,
It's gonna be here.
I'm going to tell you, none of us are perfect after living that long. People I know that were born in the 50s are not perfect. You know?
So you can't
So
expect
why do
this
you
shovel.
expect something that is around from the 50s to be perfect?
Perfect.
We all want it to be.
But it's
if
not.
it needs a little loving care, make it beautiful and bring it back to life, because we are only caregivers, like Steve said.
Aw.
Steve said we are only caregivers for things.
That's so cute.
And because they will outlive all of us. Well, at least old stuff will. The new stuff, you look at it wrong. It falls
Right.
apart. And if this lived for 55 years, why would I destroy it?
Right.
You know?
It's gonna go sit in a landfill and just sit there because
Yeah,
it's
because
not gonna biodegrade.
no. And nobody's going to get any enjoyment out of it. You can just spray paint it. You can do whatever you
Anything,
want to.
really, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like her. Anyway, so if you look over here, I did this bow. This is one of the bows that I did with Jasmine, showed Jasmine. This bow right here.
It looks like it's
Okay.
made for it, huh?
And it does look like it's made for it. I added that and it just made that whole thing look so much prettier. So bows can do a lot for you. Bows can do a lot for you. Little things can add up to great big things. A lot of little things can add up to a great big impact. So when you are done putting up your garland, when you are done doing stuff, take a look at your little pieces and think to yourself, where can I add them to make them look good?
I can't wait for it to be Christmas next year so I can do this.
Oh yeah, I mean it's crazy. So, anyways, what time is it? Oh, it's 7:02. We gotta go. So thank you so much for watching and for being a part of our show.
Yeah.
So next week, I'm excited to tell you, we will be live normal time 6:30, but the difference being because it is Christmas week. Can you believe that? 2 weeks to Christmas.
It's like
Because it is Christmas week, we are going to do our live show Tuesday night at 6:30, but we are going to be open. So we encourage anyone who watches to come and, you know, pop in and say hi live. And if you come to the store after 6:30 or after 6:15 on next Tuesday, please understand that you will be told that you will be on camera.
If you walk through it.
If you walk through it, we will be off to the side. But we do encourage you, if you watch us, if you like us, come
Come on
in.
and tell the world hi.
Come in and say hi. Now's your chance to be on. So, I'm excited because I don't know what we're going to talk about.
I know. That's what we
Maybe
winged
we'll
it
just
today.
talk to people who show up.
We winged it today. I think Jason had
Yeah.
a great idea with the topic for today.
Yeah. So, anyways, you guys all have a great night, and we will see you next week live. While we're open with customers and crazy. So, we will talk to you later. Bye, you guys. Have a great night.
Bye.